What's disappointed you the most about this Giant team thus far?
After you acquired Rafael Devers, you have not been good. You've been significantly worse since you got Devers. Why that's happened, I have no clue. Since the Devers trade,
Okay, lay it on me.
there's only been 3 Giants hitting over 230. Adames, he's hitting 280 over the last 28 games.
Can I guess the other 2?
Sure.
Chapman.
Everyday players.
Okay.
No, Chapman's below 200 since Devers has been
All right, go
here.
ahead. Who are the other 2?
Patrick Bailey, sitting 250.
Huh?
And Casey Schmidt. Other than that, look at Devers came here with a 272 average. What's he hitting now? 250?
It hasn't been great.
No. The only guy who's really done anything since he's gotten here has been Adames. So, man, I don't know.
I appreciate.
I'm not sure what to tell you. They're not hitting. Devers came here He's hitting 208 for the Giants.
Yeah,
with 2 home runs.
Yeah, man, that's disappointing.
I mean, what do you want?
That was a thorough answer you gave because you didn't want to put it on somebody. But, Steiny, I'm going to say as a collective, the offense. And I know they weren't hitting the ball out the yard left and right before Devers, but you thought that was going to be the energy drink in the morning, that protein shake. And it has not happened, but they've gone south since they acquired him. And I'm going to just say it to you. Somebody's got to have an answer for them to get up out of this, or is this just one of those things that Mickey Mouse could be running the club? The guys will come out of it, and if they don't, they don't. But, man, to watch where they're at right now, 2.5 games out of the wild card, and that thing is headed south. And then you talk about the 2 games Saturday and Sunday before the break. I'm going there, Steiny, because I was like, you know what, Steiny, you're right. It's just a game. You got Toronto, good club, playing good baseball, but damn. I don't really have the Allen Iversons, the answers. I just don't.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of answers, and the answers are just in the team's performance. And I think if you look at this team right now, after 100 games, you'd have to say the offense is poor. The defense, to me, is mediocre, and the pitching has been good.
Ramos,
but
man.
the problem with the pitching is that you can see, and we've seen over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
It's natural.
They're not going to be able to pitch like they pitched the first 3 months.
No doubt.
But you should have known that. You should have known that you were probably going to have to address the Birdsong issue. Verlander now is front and center. What do you do with Justin Verlander? I don't know.
Because you don't have Harrison anymore if you wanted to go to somebody like that,
No, I mean, he's not on the team anymore. So,
is it fair if I say the Red Sox are 16-9 since trading Devers? And I say that because I'm not putting shade on Devers or any player in that situation, but how does that strike you? The team that lost him in their last 25 are 16-9, and the team that he went to, along with his services, they haven't got it done.
Well, it just tells me that you just never know. I mean, you just never know. The minute, let's be honest, in the aftermath of that trade, 99% of the fans, I would say 90% of the media, the pundits, basically said, Giants just made a great trade. They just got over on the Boston Red Sox.
We had Jim Bouton on, former GM. Steiny, he said damn near the same thing. Watch out.
Yeah.
What do you do? It's nobody's fault, though, huh? Somebody's got to figure out what's going on. You said you don't know. I get it, but man.
When do you say, as a fan, what's going on is that we're an average baseball team. And when you stack the personnel up against all the other teams in the major league, or let's just say the National League, is it preposterous that 7 teams are better than them? And when I look at this team and the lineup, I don't see this team significantly underachieving. Now, obviously, they're 11-19 over their last 30.
That stinks.
It's awful, but they're still 4 over, and it's up to the Giants fans to figure out or to feel how they feel about this team right now at 52-48, and whether they think they have a realistic chance to make a run or not, get into the postseason and make some noise. I'm starting to think that they might not have enough right now. And when I say enough, I mean they just take.
They were 12 over though, Steiny. They've been 12 games, and I know it's 162. I'm interrupting. Do you think that was a mirage? Now, do you think that was kind of a fluke? Because if you hold them to that standard, this is substandard. Especially when you get a bat like Devers. Every game's not played on 3rd and King. He's just off right now, along with the other guy. That 230 stat was just like, wow. But it's got to change quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, I thought they had action. Steiny, I'm being real, at the division. And the math is there. Freddie Freeman got hit on the wrist. Who knows what his future is. But the bottom line is you just can't take anything for granted with this team.
But my question is, why would you take anything for granted with this team?
They had a great bullpen. Their starting pitching was filthy. They had 2 starters in the All-Star game, along with one from the bullpen. Okay, that's just the pitching. And I get if you expect them to the bar that they set was so damn high. But, Steiny, if all the pitchers were getting shelled, you could kind of say, you know what, okay, maybe this is just a stretch, a bad stretch, but it's not that. They just are impotent at the plate.
Well, I mean, look, Verlander's been terrible, right? He's been pretty lousy.
Give it to you.
Not just because he's 0-8, but his ERA's up around 5, and he was actually brought in here to solidify this rotation a little bit. They knew they had Webb and Ray at the top. They knew they had Birdsong and Roop at the bottom, and I think they felt like Verlander was going to be a real nice number 3. He hasn't been that at all. And then, of course, Birdsong's been struggling. Roop's been solid, but it puts so much pressure on Webb and Ray. And then you have a weekend like this past one where Webb and Ray don't win games, and now you're in some trouble. So this is just me. I've gone here, and I'm asking you a real question. I know offensive coordinators, when the offense malfunctions or they don't have the gains that one wants, they get fired. You look there. Same with the defense. I'm asking you, Steiny, since we don't have the answer between the two of us, this offense has been just stale this whole year. Are you telling and looking at me saying this is just who they are? Because if you are, that means there's no standards. You got hitters. I'm not saying you got Gwynn and Robin Yount and Paul Molitor, but the bottom line is, when do you look at the hitting coach for the sake of just looking at the hitting coach? Now that Devers enters the equation, and he can't look like himself, at what point do we say, maybe you could get more instruction from that component of your team, and maybe it would help the everyday players? Or am I just bad defense I'm reaching? I mean, I just think that's not who Posey is. It's not what he's going to do. He extended Melvin when the team wasn't playing well, and I think he did that on purpose. I think he did that to show the team that he thinks they should be better, and it's not Melvin's fault. I would look at firing a guy like Pat Burrell as a 100% cosmetic move to maybe mollify the fans a little bit. I think it's, I mean, I don't know how you process it, but Rafael Devers is hitting 208 since he's gotten here. I just don't, there's no connection I make between Devers at 208 and Pat Burrell. I just don't. And
ditto, he has accomplished. I was talking about the other guys that have been pedestrian the whole year. Ditto
for Chapman, ditto for Adames.
Bailey?
I mean, you can't make a guy who can't hit. So I just don't. I mean, you know what? This is the way I feel. Go ahead, fire Burrell. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. And who knows? Maybe it'll work. But I think that's just, I think it's cosmetic. I just don't.
But some people use cosmetics, Steiny, and they look better at it.
I said, go ahead and fire him.
No, I'm not saying.
No, seriously, fire him. Like, if you think this team needs a jolt, you're not going to fire Melvin. You just extended him.
Right.
Go ahead. And I'm not being smart. Go ahead and fire him. See what happens.